Phil.
It's been over a year since you've seen me last. With one of the worst droughts in recent history creeping into the Bega Valley, the lush fields turned from green to brown, our water supplies and even the river dried up. This made it incredibly challenging to grow the farm. I truly didn't know what obstacles I'd face changing from urban life to the countryside. I had set out to be semi-self-sufficient and have a great lifestyle balance. But along with the drought, there was so much to figure out and do. I gave up on the farm. It was hard. It was a lot of work. I had to make a decision. Was farm life really for me? I did some soul searching and dug pretty deep in my thoughts. I had to decide whether to continue to grow the farm or if I was to call it quits.
And with all those hardships that everyone's had to overcome, I think it's about time for me to get back on the saddle. Yeah, that one. Plenty of mowing to do. And just like that, a quick trim around the ears and the place is looking better already. Not really. I've got so much mowing to do.
With the chill in the air blowing down from the Mount Kosciuszko mountain range, I thought there's got to be a better way this year to get wood than bringing out the chainsaw. So I'm off down south, to Pambula. I heard there's a great wood yard there for me to get all the firewood I need.
It's the great thing about this place. You can choose the size of your wood. You can even just pick up bits of kindling. Real easy. With the ute full, ready for the cold months ahead.
After the long drive home, I just hope there's someone there to be able to help me unload the ute. Izzy's always going to give me a hand, but she's more interested in turning the wood into kindling. Silly dog.
Now I've just got to unload the bugger. So what do you do when the wife gets the cranks for not having any animals on the farm and goes and orders 3 chickens? But you've got nowhere for them to live. I guess you just got to improvise and make them a house. So this is going to be the base of the coop, a mid-sized pallet. I'm going to take off these palings and replace them with new ones so there's no gaps. So now I've dismantled the pallets, it's time to start making the base. Got a few bits here, I'll measure up, cut on the saw.
As my old man used to say, measure once and cut twice. Or something like that.
So I've finished the floor off. I've put the support beams up, the roof frame's over. Now what I'm going to do is lay the slats across and cut them nice and neat to finish the side wall off. Nailed it. That's another side done. One thing I've noticed is pallets aren't straight. Makes it a bit of a jigsaw when trying to put the side together. And how I'm going to fix that problem is, I'm going to fill it up with no more gaps. Now I've attached the roof with a couple of hinges here. Let's see if this works. Oh, beautiful. Now it's starting to look like a chicken coop. Or a dog kennel. So now I've started to fill in the front of the box, and what I'm going to do here is create a little flap that folds down so the chickens can walk out, and when they're ready to go back home, just walk back in. Then I can raise it up, latch it off, keep them safe for the night. So I cut 4 bits of wood into the size of the opening of the front of the hatch, screwed them together with a couple of brackets. I'll tighten it up with a few extra screws here. Then I'm going to lay the slats across here, put a couple of hinges on, put it on the front of the chicken coop. Now hopefully this will fold up like a new one. What do you reckon? No, Izzy, it's for the chickens. So after many hours of labour and kinking around with the measurements, we finally have a working drawbridge for the front of the chicken coop. All I've got to do now is put a bit of MDF over the top so that it makes it nice and smooth for the chickens to get in and out. Oh yeah, and then finish the back. So now I've got the back on the box. All I need to do is put a few latches on the back of this so the roof doesn't fly up and down. A couple of locks in the front door, we're good to go. done. Happy days. That's the first stage of the chicken coop done. It ain't finished, but at least the chickens can stay in there tonight, be safe and warm. All we need to do after this is sand it back, give it a lack of paint, put a proper roof on it, and Bob's your uncle. Now it's time to make the chicken run. I've already got some pieces cut here for the side frames. Then I'll put a couple of bits across, chicken wire it up, good to go. So this is the frame I knocked up for the chicken pen. All I have to do is put chicken wire over it, right up against the pen, and the girls can go for a walk along the grass. So you can see the pen's big enough for 3 chickens or 1 old Labrador. So they'll be able to rummage around in here through the day, picking up grubs and bugs. All I have to do is let them hatch down, I'll walk out, they'll have a time of their life. There you go, just in time. So I reckon our new guest will be here any minute.
As the sun sets over the mountains, my first farm animals are here, and I can't wait.